Hey everyone, Daniel here from Twin Bytes with another tech tutorial for you, this time on Windows updates, or patch management as we call it, and how to confirm that your updates are working. We'll show you how to check the version you're on and some basic troubleshooting, all that coming right up. With Windows 10, checking out your updates, how it's working. Let's have a look at my screen here. If we right click on the start button, you can go into PowerShell, and just once it comes up, it may take a minute before you get the prompt. Then you can type in WinVer for Windows version and press enter. It then comes up showing you Windows 10, and if you look here, it shows version 1909, and then it's got the OS build. So now you know what version we're at. Here is version 1909 with this particular build during the shooting of this video. So with Windows 10 especially, a lot of the features have changed a little bit a number of times since it first came out. So it's kind of good to know when you're looking at instructions what version of Windows it was at that time, and it may be different again by the time you're watching this video. So as of the shooting of this video, it's version 1909, so I'd be curious to find out what version are you on currently. Maybe you can throw that in the comments below. Alright, so knowing we're on that version, we'll close out of here. Checking the updates, if you just left click on the start button and go to the cogwheel, it pops out in this version, at least anyway, and we click settings. Then we've got update and security, and here it shows the last time that it checked the updates. I never trust that. I always click check for updates anyway, and it checks, and depending on the speed of your computer and the speed of your internet, it may take a fair amount of time, maybe even a half an hour. I've seen some of them take, but in this one here you can see that it only took a few seconds and it finished, and it's not showing me that there's any more updates. So you can look at your update history, and it tells you here the last things that were done. So there was a feature update, which is the 1909. That's the one that we just confirmed, the version that I'm on, and that's a big feature update, and it was installed on November 14th of 2019, so not too long ago. And then we've got some other updates that we can see, quality updates. The latest one was on December 12th. And if we go down further, we can see that there are driver updates, and the last driver update actually is showing that it was just 2 days ago. So it's updated some stuff there, and I'm not sure exactly when it's saying Samsung. I think that's because at that time I plugged my phone into the laptop to test something. So yeah, I didn't have it in there before, so it had to get an update for that. Definition updates was November, and other updates shows December 12th. So being that we're January 11th here at the shooting of this video, and some of the last quality updates were from December 12th was the latest one. It's a little bit far back, and I'm not quite sure if that's really fully up to date. Usually it's pretty good at that. There's updates fairly often. So what if we do not have all the latest updates? We can just hit the back arrow to go back here, but you could always just close out the window if you want, and then hit start, go back to settings. So if this is not working and we need to fix it, then one of the things, if we go in to File Explorer in the C drive, and then go to Windows, and then scroll down to find software distribution. This is where it downloads the updates and prepares them for installing. So what you want to do is right click and rename, and I'll put .old. That's what I do. You can put .bak for backup. Some people will give different instructions, but ideally you don't want to just delete it, just in case if you had to go back to it for some reason. Usually it's fine, you can delete it. It's just a list of the updates. It'll download them again anyway. Now this is not going to accept it because the update service is running, but we're going to just do this anyway to see what happens. So I hit enter and I got to say yes to allow, and it says that it can't be renamed because it's open in another program. Well, that doesn't make sense, open in another program, but what it means is that it can't rename it because it's in use by the Windows Update service. So what we got to do is disable the update service temporarily. So when I right click the start button, go to PowerShell again, and actually this won't work either. I have to go into the Windows PowerShell as an administrator, so I gotta have administrative rights to do this. So of course I gotta accept that. And then we would type in net stop WUAU serve and press enter, and it says the Windows Update service is stopping, and then it was stopped successfully. Now I can go back over here and say try again, and now it successfully renamed the software distribution list to .old. Now if I go back to PowerShell, I can say net start WUAU serve and press enter. It's going to start the service. It says it started successfully, and if I look here, it's now created a new software distribution folder. So now all the history of that is gone. It's able to start fresh. So let's have a look. If I go back into my Windows Update, I can check the update history, and it's completely wiped out. There's nothing left in there. So I'll go back here and tell it to check for updates, and we'll see what happens. Maybe there'll be some more updates available, and maybe there won't be. And if there isn't any and it says it checked successfully, then we know it should be working and it's fine. But eventually at some point there's going to be more updates. If you're going several months and there's no updates at all, then there's maybe an issue there. So while that's checking, because it doesn't have the history anymore, this could take a little bit longer. But one of the things that we look at when we do preventive maintenance, we have our monthly maintenance that we offer to our corporate clients, and we can see here it's finished checking now and it's fine. But if you aren't sure what you're doing with this, or you're not confident that you have all the updates, because in this case it's saying going back to December 12th, we're not sure, that's a little bit far back. It's almost a month since the last quality updates, and it's been a few months since the last big feature update. So with our patch management through our maintenance program, we're able to provide you a report that shows what updates have been installed and what updates may be missing still, based on Microsoft's list of what updates are available. So then you can actually compare to that and find out that you truly are up to date, or how far behind are you. And there's other benefits to it as well, where we can actually block updates that have been declined, or they're discontinued, or they've been replaced. Then there's no need to waste time and bandwidth if you're on a slower connection to download an update that's been discontinued or replaced. And we can also approve the updates slower and make sure that you're not getting updates that haven't been approved or been tested yet. So we can slow down that process as well. So that's one of the benefits of going through a patch management program through some IT company, whether you're going through Twin Bytes or you're going through somebody else. Having someone to manage that for you is a big key factor in your security, because antivirus isn't enough anymore. You gotta keep your updates done, and this is just about Windows, but it also applies to all the programs out there. So stay up to date, stay safe. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for future videos. Alright, thanks guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.